前景千本桜影吉行くぞ一号月が天章。
Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with the should you summon on this banner. And I'll be straight up with you, I don't think that it's a good idea to summon on this banner, simply because these characters are premium pool units. Despite that, I will go over these characters and the respected banners, as well as what I would recommend people do, just because this banner is not actually bad at all, which is actually kind of interesting for me, to me in particular. All right, so going straight into the characters, you do have Machine Society of Iruka, who is a Inheritance Zone Technique Link Slot Potion Plus character. You're gonna have at least 1 day to make effective use of her before ×2 potions goes away. That will go away in about 3 days, unless that goes away tomorrow, unless maybe I'm goofing, maybe I'm spacing, I might be tweaking. Anyways, either way, the Technique Link Slot Potion Plus characters, of course, are definitely, in my opinion, very useful, especially considering that you can literally join into almost any lobby and be guaranteed carried, and people wouldn't even mind. I think that that's probably the biggest thing about these Link Slot Potion Plus characters with, well, maybe not Rukia. Rukia is a weird one, but like characters like Rukia, since she can't really auto and she's expected to perform well, there's not really a lot of carry lobbies as opposed to just 4x Rukia and 4x Lisa lobbies. So if you don't have Lisa, I would definitely advise trying to get Lisa. I wouldn't go past 6 steps for sure, but like definitely getting one of the two, it could definitely be very useful. We do have over here with with Machine Society Retsu, she is an excellent unit. Berserker 20%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%, as well as Guard Break. She does have a Soul Reaper Killer as well. Going into her actual attacks, we do have Strong Attack 2, 960 AoE, the AoE circle, and then it's full screen, 3rd strong attack, 1200 radius. The 3rd strong attack is the split 3 ways range collision projectile. This does hit really hard in content like epic raids, and honestly, because of the guard break, it makes her hit really hard in just standard content, like in standard regular content as well. Going into Loli, I feel like she's kind of the odd girl out, just because I don't think she's really all that useful. One, she wasn't given Havoc like Machine Society Retsu. She does have a no affiliation killer, Berserker 20%, Devastation 40%, Frenzy, Guard Break, Sprinter +1. She's not a bad unit, but I do think that there's just better options out there. Her first strong attack is going to be the 2500 length beam, pretty good, well, really good. Full screen, the 3rd strong attack is the 975 AoE in front, and her 2nd strong attack is going to be the same as, I think, Bankai Kone? Yeah, Bankai Kone, Kisuke, Tokinata, Nini, Mashiro, and Izuru. For those that are familiar with that, literally just the vacuum into pushback breath style vortex. It's not a bad character, but I don't really find her all that. I don't really see too many places that really make good use of her. I know that she's good in Guild Quest, but if you have better units already, like say a 505 Mugetsu, Noelle, Masaki, like those characters just clap so hard that I don't really see her being necessary by any stretch of the imagination, unless you like get her with multiple copies. There's Society Yoruichi, Soul Reaper Killer for power. She is a melee boost unit, which can be very good. Poise, Sprinter +1, she's a Yoruichi, so 4 flash steps, debilitator +5 seconds, paralysis on everything. She does have a bruiser of 20% with her NAD link, so bruiser of 40% with flurry, poise, as well as the boost. I do think that the boost does make up for the low bruiser, as like most characters are now getting like 50% bruiser, 65 with Tokinata, which is actually still insane. But standard lunge for strong attack, full screen 3rd, 525 party buff. She's just a standard buff unit. She's not bad, but she's not great. It is what it is. There's Society Ichigo. He's okay. Heal link. Excuse me, not a heal link, a damage reduction link, but he is a healer type unit with flurry and medic, as well as devastation 20, debilitator +2 seconds with burn on everything but the heal. The thing that's like off with him though is definitely that tiny little leg, as well as the fact that his 2nd strong attack is considered a melee attack, and since he doesn't have guard break, it makes him incredibly hard to really make effective use of as an Arankar killer, since a lot of enemies do end up getting a range guard. Going into this Rukia, Sprinter +2, strong attack recharge as a link with last ditch built into the character. Berserker 20%, no havoc unfortunately, but she does have the inheritance zones only mind link slot potions +5 with a Soul Reaper killer and a pretty good kit. Standard lunge for strong attack. Second strong attack is going to be the 800 circle AoE, and then AoE distance, almost the same strong attack as 5th anniversary Ichigo. However, she didn't get havoc, which honestly that's really unfortunate. Going into the main banner, this banner is actually, in my opinion, not bad. I don't want to say they're great because they're not. They're just really good. Standard for characters that get released post 2020, right? But none of them do anything that I find relatively broken. Going into Zangetsu, you do have the Berserker 20% with damage to weakened enemies, heart attribute, Soul Reaper strong attack damage +20%, debilitator +5 seconds with weakening on everything, as well as and a Rancor killer and Frenzy and Sprinter +2. He's pretty much a Mugetsu that's been updated, but no havoc, and he also has an Rancor killer. So I don't think that he's bad. I just wish, I say it all the time, I just wish these characters got havoc. I feel like it would definitely bring them, like this banner would be a must summon if like you don't have Ruruka or Rukia, if these characters all had if all the SP based units all had havoc, right? So 475 standard lunge, 800 circular AoE for the second strong attack, and a full screen third strong attack with his Sprinter +2. He literally plays exactly like Mugetsu, except with the Berserker 20 and damage to weaken enemies +20%, and then buffing your party, your heart attribute Soul Reapers, which means your Mashiros, your Mugetsus himself, of course. You just get a lot more damage than Mugetsu ever really could. Pretty much for a Rancor killer, he's gonna be pretty nasty. He's gonna be pretty good. All right, so next on the list we do have Senbonzakura, the NAD character. I don't really want to go over him too much because I don't feel like he's OP. He's going to be good for all content in the game aside from normal co-op PvE, which is really unfortunate because he was given the follow-up +1 skill. So damage reduction -20%, hollow killer. He does have a range style attack, bruiser +40%, no boost on his second strong attack, so keep that in mind. Berserker 50%, so you can build him hybrid. A flurry with poise and sprinter +1 and follow-up +1. He has the same NAD string as Tokinara, however keep in mind range collision for strong attack is going to be really hard since he doesn't have guard break. It's going to be really hard to use this to guard break an enemy because you're going to push them back so far. Second strong attack is going to be the vortex style ability as Tekretsu and Redux Toshiro and Loopy, and his third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen third strong attack. Personally, I wish that he had a 975 third strong attack or at least a 3000 length beam, just so that you can like guard break a little more consistently. Also, since he's a NAD character, you're not getting your strong attacks back fast enough to actually guard break should you like. He'll be good in like epic raids, he'll be good in guild quest, he'll be good in regular content, but I really see him having an issue since he doesn't have guard break. Someone brought up that he was guard breaking the enemies inside the showcase. Keep in mind, some content that KLab puts out, your characters don't have to worry about guard break or breaking the enemy's guard because the characters don't guard. So that's honestly why I didn't bring it up, because I just felt like since he doesn't have guard break, no character at the moment has an innate guard break. I highly doubt they're going to do it for a mid-month banner. Alright, next and finally on the list, Sode no Shirayuki, probably the prize of the banner with the increased heart droplet plus 17% innate skill. She does have Berserker 20%, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, freeze on everything, strong attack, recharge minus 12%. Her real flaw comes in with the fact that she does have a Quincy killer, which is really unnecessary, I suppose. One of these characters had an innate skill. Was it you? Oh, was it Zangetsu? I feel like one of them had an innate skill. Ah, right. And Zangetsu also has fire and freeze immunity, which is really good. And then you also have Rita Rancor dodges, which that's going to actually be pretty good for Transcendent Zone. Yeah, it's just going to be good for Transcendent Zone. Alright, so going into Sode no Shirayuki, you have the 1k by 1k shotgun-like first strong attack. This is going to be a melee collision. It's literally just a box beam that goes in front, which is, honestly, it's a really good strong attack. I personally like the 2500 length beam that goes to 3k with Havoc 20% personally, but I mean, This isn't bad by any means. 800 AoE in front, that's the circular AoE in front, just like Mugetsu, and full screen third strong attack, just like Mugetsu. Yeah, so I mean, she's going to be a mind unit with a Quincy killer, which is going to be kind of interesting since we don't really have much content with Quincy killer at the moment. So I don't really see an actual need for these characters yet. Like, if you need a good NAD unit, he will be okay, but like, he's not. If you have Oetsu, you could just use Oetsu. For this Zangetsu, I like Zangetsu probably the most in this banner. I want Sodena Shirayuki simply for the increased hard droplet link, so that way I can get carried in enriched droplet zone without carrying. Yeah, but like, I get what you guys are all thinking, like, oh, you know what, like these none of these characters are actually necessary. They'd be nice to have, but they're not necessary, especially since the banner itself are all premium based units. But I will tell you that like this banner is probably one of the best banners to summon on if you really hate yourself and don't want to save any orbs for the actual hype banners that are coming up in the future. This banner is also very, very excellent to summon on if you absolutely have zero self-control because you are a moron and think that, you know what, I should summon on these banners. Y'all really shouldn't summon on these banners, like high key, but make sure to subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. And now going into the other banners. Now this banner is actually going to be out. Let me see. Let me just make 100% sure. From the 16th. Perfect. Okay, so this banner, this Lisa banner, will be out during the time that this banner comes out. So if you get shafted for the Zanpakutos, at the very least you can come back here and try to pull Lisa if you don't get Rukia. This individual, obviously 5% rates, 1% chance to get garbage, 4% chance to get a usable character. If you're new to the game, a lot of people are talking crap about Nell, like, oh, Nell's dark, like, Nell's crap. Nell, honestly, for a new player, y'all need to understand that Nell is not actually bad for a new player. You have weakened defense on the ultimate, so if you need it for whatever content, like, you actually have a usable bomb. Going into stuff like Senkaimon, the fact that she has range collision on all of her attacks with burn, with a crawling vortex for breath style vortex for the second strong attack, with 28 hits, full screen third strong attack, with being able to push back the enemy with 6 hits on the first strong attack. She's not going to be as good in my opinion as someone like Uryu or like Soifons that can like go in and out, but like the fact that you can push an enemy back, burn them to death, especially for content with all bosses in Senkaimon, I do think that she still has value to this day. Going into Ginzuru, Grimmjow, and Lisa, obviously everyone knows Lisa now, but like Ginzuru, he has a standard lunge for strong attack, 800 AoE second, and then full screen third strong attack. With Soul Reaper and Hollow Killer, makes him very, very good for Senkaimon stages if the enemy is a visored character, right? With this Hollow and Soul Reaper affiliation, you literally get double killer, so you literally just shred through that. Poison on everything, not really too necessary, the poison, but guard break, sprinter +1, berserker 20%, strong attack recharge. They are no affiliation character if you need a no affiliation character. Grimmjow, the hardest hitting unit in the entire game, technique attribute of Rankar, strong attack damage. Like, if you just go into the multipliers, normally characters that come out nowadays deal between like 260 to 345 base damage. A lot of people ask me, it's like, why do you do these calculations? That's not how much real damage is. The thing is, the magnifiers do matter. If I punch you really softly, like, you're not gonna get hit, but if I punch you in the face with the force of God, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you're gonna hit much harder, and it might not like mean much until you're actually playing the game, but when you're dealing twice the amount of damage as a normal character, it does matter. Like, okay, so multiply this by 1.4, right? That's the berserker plus 40%, and then say you have the 1.25 damage inflicted at full stamina, 25%, and then you're gonna multiply it by 2 for the frenzy, and then the technique attribute strong attack damage gets factored in after. So you'll see here that this 420, this hits harder than Zangetsu. Like, that damage inflicted at full stamina plus 25% will have you hitting harder than Zangetsu, who literally just came out. And he has the Berserker 20. I guess it's because he has Berserker 20 instead of 40, but he does have weakening on everything. But like, in just terms of just raw damage, this Grimmjow, hardest hitting unit in the game. And if you want to, you can actually stack on the damage inflicted at full stamina at 50%, which is actually quite mad. So you literally just do that times 1.4 times the 2 for the Frenzy times the 1.5 for damage inflicted at full stamp, 50%, and then I would probably personally put Long Stride with that, and then you're gonna multiply that by 1.2, and then you literally just deal you just deal more damage, bro. Like, it's just tons more damage. Okay, so let me make sure I did my math right. 1.4 times 1.5 times 2 times 1.2. Yeah, so like you literally just get some crazy kind of damage output than like most characters. Like he hits damage inflicted at full stam 50%, 504. Say I go into the Zangetsu, just you know what, do we have a character here that wasn't given any status elements? That way they have like a Berserker 40, right? Alright, I don't want this video to take too long. Anyways, y'all get the idea. And of course, Lisa, a very good character. 3k length beam for strong attack, full screen, third strong attack, can freeze with her ultimate as well as her NAD and her first. And like she does have some crazy good range on her because of the Havoc 20%. I personally like her a bit more than Rukia, and if you want the last ditch from Rukia, then obviously you get her to 15, 15, 15. Just pop that on her, she'll be fine. Berserker 20%, hard attribute, soul reaper damage, 2 status ailment affected enemies 20%. Like I really do think that Lisa is probably the best value unit to go for right now, but I wouldn't really advise going too crazy. Other banners that you might want to look out for, this banner also drops a day after the moment Lisa's banner goes away, and a day after this new banner comes out tonight. So you also have Fierce Battle Ikaku, Rukia, not a bad banner. Tesla's kind of dog water, but like, I mean, it is what it is. And then of course you have Shinji's individual, who's also pretty good. You have Koga, Edrad, and Lupi. Personally, I would advise skipping this banner. There's plenty of other good units to replace these characters, in my opinion. And then you have the individuals, where you have Makoto, Ulquiorra, Fierce Battle Ichigo. Not bad characters. Fierce Battle Ichigo, in my opinion, being the best. Makoto actually being somewhat useful when it comes to content like Senkaimon, because he does have Lacerate. Going into the Senbonzakura, you do have 2 Chronicle Quest bonus characters with Kenpachi and Redux Toshiro, Shusuke being dog water. Going into the final individual banner, you have Heart Retsu, Quincy Ichigo, and Aizen. Aizen is pretty much just a barrier type unit with a transformation mechanic on his ultimate. This lets you this lets you put up a lot of barriers in a short amount of time if you need it, which I think is actually pretty good. I understand why people don't like him, but honestly, I don't think that this is necessarily a bad character. And since he gets put out very often, like chances are you will get multiple copies of him, so I wouldn't really advise summoning on these individual banners, since they are all premium pool units. Like if they put in some like seasonal units, I personally would be like, okay, you know what, like this could be good value, this could be great value, whatever. But like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Retsu's good. She has the same strong attack kit as like she has God kit, right? You have the 2500 length beam, 800 AoE circle, full screen, third strong attack. She's literally Lile Baru, except misogynized by men, you know what I'm saying? Like they were literally just like nerfed her into the ground because they gave her human killer, no havoc. Like she's literally just dog crap, but whatever. Anyways, those are my overall thoughts on this banner. I do personally like the banner, but I wouldn't advise anyone really summon on it, especially if you don't like, if you make content for the game. I understand you do, like I'm literally doing 5 steps for the clout. Like I ain't even gonna lie, we do everything for the clout, right? So I'm personally gonna go 5 steps. I'm gonna hate myself for going 5 steps. Spirits Are Forever With You is most likely end of the month, just based on the information provided to us, as well as some personal information that was provided to us by other people. But yeah, we'll see what's up. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys grind, catch up with him, stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you're saving up for anniversary. Anniversary is gonna be pretty hype as well. You have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.